Today I will be showing you how to service from start to finish a set of alimak 650 rollers. I've already removed the bottoms, as you can see, from here and here and here and here. I'm just going to remove the top ones and then begin servicing. So we're going to be removing the back rollers and the side rollers today and doing a service on them. You're going to need an 8mm Allen key, 30mm spanner, two 17mm spanners and two 19mm spanners. Right, let's get this one off. Firstly, you're going to get your 17mm on here and on here. Now these can be 16mm sometimes, which are tricky because you'll end up slipping off them. Be careful when you're doing the top ones, as you'll be on a ladder. And you're going to undo this to get this plate off. Let me show you. So there's the 17mm bolt removed, and then you just remove the plate. Make sure you stick the bolt back in the plate because a lot of the time it will go missing. And then we're going to get a 30mm on here, the 8mm Allen key on here, undo that and it should just slide off. Get that out and I'll show you how that happens. So once you've undone them, you literally just take out the 8mm Allen key bar with the washer. Stick that up there with your plate and this will just slide off like that, and then the pin will just slide out after it. I'll show you how to do the side ones because they're a little bit different, only just a little bit though. Everyone's finally turned up to work, so you'll have to excuse the noise now. Getting busy in the yard. So first of all, you remove this 17mm nut and bolt, and then the same thing again, remove the plate. Then you've got 30mm on here. And this side, what's different about this one is you've got a 19mm nut on the other side. Obviously on this one it was the Allen key on the side, on the rear one, back one, and this one is a 19mm nut with the 30mm spanner. You just get that off and I'll show you how to remove it. So now we've got our 90mm nut and washer off from here. All you have to do, what I like to do, because you have to be careful, sometimes this part of the roller can slip out, and obviously where you're a bit high, you could damage it if you drop it. So I like to get my index finger on there, push through, like that, hold this side where it will come off, just slide it halfway through like that, then hold your hand on the roller, your right hand on the roller, keep pushing the pin through, until it's out like that. Roller like that. Bit hard when you've got a phone in your hand, but yeah, that's how you remove that one. The pin just pulls out like that. So here we have it. We have all the pins off, we have all the rollers off, 8 of them. For this next part you're going to want a big old pot of WD-40. You're going to want 4mm Allen key, set of circlips and a small flathead screwdriver. That's just to pick a few little bits, awkward bits out. That's all that is. First I'd like to start with soaking these in a bit of WD. Just literally marinate them. They'll be staying in there for the next couple of hours, so just literally get as much WD in there as you can. And also just spray these up. Get a load of WD on top of the rag. Otherwise you're just going to cover your desk. Just get loads of it over there because you've got to clean the whole lot throughout the next part of this video. So once you've chucked a load of WD over the pins and the rollers, you start by dismantling the rollers. First of all you get the Allen key and you undo this small little bolt here. Take it out. I like to put it in a pot with everything else just to keep it all in there so none of it goes missing. Same again with this one. Take the small screwdriver and dig this out. Sometimes it can be tricky, like I thought this one would be. Remove it. Once you've done that, flip it over, push the pin. Thought it would be stiff, so I already started and prepped another one. You just push it through, flip it over, pull the pin out, drop the pin in there with that. Slide the roller out. You've got 2 washers on the roller that you want to make sure you keep hold of. I like to put them in there as well with the pot, and then you obviously just repeat on both sides. Drop that out. One washer, two washers. Here we have the carrier. You want to put that to the side and we'll clean that later. And then we've got the two rollers here. I'm going to show you how we dismantle the two rollers also and get the bearings out of them, clean them up, and I'll show you how to clean these up also and show you how to give them a little test to make sure they're good for reuse. There's pins loaded with WD. There's small pins, washers, plates and screws marinated in WD. There's carriers and there's rollers, all separated. In the next step, you're going to want a bench grinder to make your life easier. You don't have to have one, but it will make your life a lot easier with a wire wheel. You're going to check each roll of it before you do it. You're going to check the edges for any sharp pointy edges. These ones look good. They look like they've got a slight burr on them, which is what you want. And you're also going to check the bearings inside. I will be taking these out and showing you how to do it. But you want to check for movement in the bearings, check that they spin okay. This one looks all good. So to clean it, you just want to flick this on. Obviously the bearings inside the wheel spin anyway, so you just want to hold your fingers inside the wheel. This is how I like to do it. Put it on there, slowly push it with your thumb. Slowly pushing it round. And as you can see, it's already cleaning one edge of it. Just keep going over it and over it. Try and get a little bit of more of a burr on the corners, like this. And I'll show you the end in about 2 minutes. Here we have it, the finished article. Nice burred edges. It's like brand new. So there we have it. Look, there's an old one, be a new one. Sides, feeder sides. Now I'm going to show you how we take the bearings out, grease them up, clean them up inside, and put them back together. So we're going to take the circlip remover, put it into these two holes here, give it a squeeze and take that out, just like that. Flip it over, do the same here. Got the two clips off. You want to put something flat against that. I'd use a pin, anything, or a bolt. Just give that a little tap so that the bearings fall through the bottom. Obviously it's like that so the bearings can go through. There's both bearings out. Just want to give that a good clean inside there. You can see the grooves there, 2 grooves inside. You want to dig that out as much as you can, get any rubbish out of that. And then you want to give these a little clean with some WD as well. I'll clean them up quickly and come back to you. As you can see, we've cleaned the bearings up, cleaned the actual roller casing up, we've cleaned the clips. What I'm going to do now is just put a little bit of grease inside, just all the way around. And then what I like to do is just smear it in a bit, make sure it's all the way around, get all the edges. And then put it back together. Putting the bearings in as easy as it looks, or as easy as taking it out. Takes some effort, but yeah, just goes all back together, clips back in the same way. See the grooves for the clips. And yeah, I'll show you the finished article in a sec. And there it is, back together. Now don't worry, you didn't miss nothing. It goes back together exactly the way I took it apart. Now I'm going to put the carrier back together with the 2 rollers on and show you how to put it back on the machine. Right, so that's all the components cleaned. Obviously you remember I had them all in here marinating in WD. So they're easier to take out, literally put in a bit of cloth, put them in there, just give them a good old rub and clean, and they come out like brand new. Look at this, like brand new, and compared to one of the old ones, lovely jubbly. So yeah, like and follow for part 2 guys, where I'm going to be putting this back together, hopefully have a few of them done and show you how we put them back on the machine. So putting it back together, the 2 washers that you have, you get the roller, you stick one either side, just like this. Then you get the pin with a bit of grease on it. A bit difficult with one hand. You stick it through the back hole, through the washer, and I'll get back to you once I've done this with 2 hands. Yeah, so you get it through the first washer, into the roller, push it all the way through. It takes a bit of wobbling about, and then you just push it through. Make sure that the bigger side, you start pushing it through with the side that hasn't got this plate on it, obviously, so the end of your pin can be it has like a little groove underneath it. Once you turn this, that's where the plate will go to sit in to stop it from moving and screw down. As you can see, I've got the pin through. You can see the groove in there. Get one of your plates and just stick it underneath the pin. See how it sits underneath it? And then you just turn. You might have to turn the pin a little bit just to line this plate up with the screw hole. That's lining up pretty well. I might just give it a little bit of a turn, and then yeah, put the screw back in. And there we have it, all put back together. Nice new roller. I'll show you, look, here's an old one. That's what it looked like before. That's what it looks like after. Just freshens it up, greases it up, ready to go back out on site. So now this is finished, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more, put one more back together so I can show you how to put side ones and back ones back on the hoist and ready for reuse. So let me quickly get another one together, and then we'll get over there and put it back on, show you how to put it back on. Just quickly, while I was cleaning some more rollers with the wire wheel, don't know if you can see this, but you see this right edge here, really sharp. That's what we're looking for when we're servicing them. This side's quite sharp too, but it's got a tiny burr on it. But yeah, this side is a little bit too sharp for my liking, so we'll be replacing this roller with a new one, and that'll be skipped, I assume. Two nice new clean pins compared to two old, dirty, gunky, nasty pins. And that's why I like to marinate them in WD all day, because all you have to do is wipe them over. Jobs are good. So with the big ones, I like to just put a little bit on, not too much because it gets a bit too messy and it's unnecessary. A little bit more than that on the sides. Let me take the big pin. Back through that hole there. Push it right through. And you have that. Take the roller, stick it on there, like that. Push this side through, and the roller through. Always make sure that these screws are accessible. The fitters like to moan that they can't get to them if you don't put them the right way. So yeah, always like that. Then obviously you put your bolt and washer back on. And tighten it up. That's one roller done. So the side ones are a little bit more tricky. You want to get that in there, especially with one hand. Then you want to poke the pin through there. Once again, the pin's greased. Try and catch that side bit in there. Lift it up. Same sort of thing, exactly the same way that it came out. You want to get it like that, and then you have to just fiddle about with it and try and sort of push that through the other side. It's quite fiddly, but it's pretty simple when you've got two hands. There you go, it's in. Then you put your 19 nut and washer back on, tighten the 19 up with the 30 again, and then obviously you've got your plate that goes back on there and the plate that goes on there. I like to put the plate on, put the 17 bolt in, obviously it goes that way, and I like to leave it loose, leave the bolt loose for when you set up the rollers once the hoist is on the mast. And then after you've set the rollers up, that's when you tighten all the plates up. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how it's done. Obviously you've got 2, 4, 6 more, but it's exactly the same in every department. That's how you service a set of rollers on an alimak scando 650.
Very good job, my friend. O treabă bună s-a făcut azi.